Hey guys, this is Tara with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot in vlog 20 of Tara Does Arizona. Actually, Tara Does Camping edition. Hashtag burning sage, which hopefully coming soon in the next year or so. Oh my gosh, that'd be so cool. Okay, so a lot has occurred and I have a lot of video for you guys, and some of you guys already know what's going to be in this video because I talked about it in my live chat last Saturday, and I promised you that certain footage would be unedited. So okay, so let's just go back and rehash a little bit. So a couple of weeks ago I decided to make a delicious treat for dessert. You know, who doesn't love Jello? I decided to make some unicorn Jello. So I have a few clips from that. It was really good, and actually I wanted to add whipped cream to it, but I didn't want to go do some store-bought whipped cream. I mean, making your own whipped cream is so easy, and you can make it a lot healthier than all the sugar and chemicals that are added, you know, in the ready whip that you find in the store. And so I was gonna whip some up with heavy whipping cream in my KitchenAid mixer. But when I turned it, I plugged it in and it wasn't turning on. I was like, oh my gosh, this thing has been, you know, such a, you know, a solid machine. Why isn't it working now? So I got to feel super cool and you know, open it up and take a look at the motor and take out the little motherboard thing that's in there and kind of tweak a few things. I got it working again. I feel super smart. And actually that same day I went into my truck and changed my air filter, which is actually really easy for my type of truck, but I still felt pretty good because I got you know, dirt under my nails. It was nice. Some things that just make you feel awesome because you're walking around with your tool belt and stuff. I didn't need a tool belt. But anyway, we also, James and I were driving around. I forgot, I think we were going to, there's this place called Armadillo Antiques. It's a little ways from here, about half an hour or so. But there was we wanted to go have some, an early dinner. So we went out to a Filipino restaurant. And as you guys know, I'm part Filipino, my dad's Filipino and stuff. And so I'm been craving some food, you know, from the Philippines, the PI, man. So I went in there and I was like, oh cool, they got pancit malabon. So we went to eat, and it was good, but I think it was not really sure what island that was coming from. If you don't know, the Philippine Islands, it's a lot of different islands, which means that you're gonna get a lot of different flavor. You know, pancit on one island is not going to be the same, you know, as an island, you know, whatever, 100 islands away. So so it was not really my particular taste, not really the way my family would have made it. So I'm saying it's not bad, but it just really wasn't my family's thing. You know, my family's from Cebu, so, and Manila, so things are a little bit different, especially if I had lumpia, Cebuano style. It's really good, but it was good. It was good. Maybe not the best I've ever had. So I'm still kind of on a lookout. So I need to find me some Pinoy communities around here so I can get some bomb Filipino food up here in Arizona. So Wolferman's. Some of you guys know about this company. I've never heard of this company, but I saw that I had gotten a package and it was from Wolferman's, and it says bakery and you know, things like that. And I was like, what? I didn't order any baked goods. It was a surprise gift from my Uncle Pat, who was wishing me well here in Arizona. He's out in Hawaii, but he's thinking of maybe moving out of Hawaii right now. But he sent me these butters, which basically, it's not really a butter, but it's like a really smooth preserve. And so I got some cherry butter. I have, it was pumpkin butter and apple butter. So good. That apple butter tastes like you're getting ready for Samhain. It is so good. And the pumpkin butter makes you think that we're already deep into the fall, getting ready for winter. It's so delicious. It tastes like pumpkin pie, actually. The cherry butter, also really good. I've been actually having cherry butter and peanut butter and cherry butter sandwiches. So those were really good. Okay, and then I finally have a couple of good pictures of Chunky Monkey. That's not her real name, but that's what I call her, and she comes to me as Chunky Monkey. So the cat that kind of hangs out in this complex, come to find out, She's been here for 9 years. I found her quote unquote owners, but she was here when the owners had moved in. Like she was already here. And so they said she was just under a year old. So they guessed that she's about 9 years old now, 8 or 9 years old, because that's how long they've been here, and that she was just a kitten when they found her. So they kind of like took her in, but they said she's used to being outdoors, so she doesn't really come into their place very often. So they're really just in charge of like her vet care, feeding her, making sure that she has water and that she's taken care of. She has a place, you know, to at least come in and be safe and sleep. But she really does just prefer like walking around the complex and like guarding her territory. Like she is like the I would say like the groundskeeper, you know. She just like kind of checks in on everybody and like, how's everybody doing? how's my apartment complex? But she's a chunky little girl. She has these fluffy buns, so I call her Chunky Monkey. But every time I see her, she's got these sweet eyes, these big fluffy cheeks. I'm like, Chunky Monkey. She comes running over and she like gives me all kinds of rubs and bonks, and she's just the sweetest thing. And I talked about her before, having those massive mats on her back. Well, the people I spoke to, they finally got rid of the mats, so she's mat free. She looks much better. Her coat looks a lot better, you know. So I think that she did take a trip to the vet to get all cleaned up. So she looks really nice. But her owners is basically a mom and her son, and they have like this other dog that kind of stays in the apartment. But yeah, they seem really nice, and so I was happy to have finally met them and, you know, get a little background on Chunky Monkey's story. And they said that she used to be super shy and was really afraid of people, and it's really taken several years for her to really become as friendly as she is. Like they said, she literally like runs up to everybody, and when they go out for walks with their dog, she walks right alongside with them. You know, when she sees them, she comes jogging over to go for a little walkie too with the dog. So they call her cat dog or dog cat. So yeah, I got to learn a little bit more about Chunky Monkey, and what a wonderful day it is when I get to see her happy little chunky face. Okay. I have some video from my camping edition, so I decided to go out to Houston Mesa Campground in Payson. Payson's beautiful. It's higher in elevation, so it's a lot cooler than it is here in the valley, here in Tempe. But the trees are gorgeous. They had a little bit of a rainstorm while we were up there, but my whole goal was to look at the stars, sleep in the back of the truck. That didn't quite happen, but at least I got to be in the forest. I got to be in the mountains. It was nice. It was just, the energy was great. And yeah, though everybody else, like you guys got the background to that story during my live chat. So if you want like the in detail background on that, head over to my live chat from last Saturday, and you'll get all the deets. But it was really good. I loved it. And yeah, I'll show you guys some clips from that camping trip. Hey guys, so I am at the Houston Mesa Campground now. So we got our little camping spot, and you can see we got like our little fire pit. We have to go buy some firewood, because you know, you don't want to introduce new woods and new insects and stuff to an area. And then we have our picnic table, and then there's a couple of places to set up tents, but actually I'm gonna sleep in the bed of the truck. So I brought like an inflatable bed, and I don't know how we'll see the stars because we're supposed to have a flash flood, but you know, if that happens, can sleep in the truck. We had to stop at Walmart because, oh, hold on, I have to watch out for the red ants. Check this out. Oh, red ant buddies. But they like to bite. So my truck overheated on the way over here because I was really low on coolant. But you know, we stopped at Walmart, which was on the way up. Got some coolant and got a couple of chairs, some food essentials so we can cook it on the fire. And yeah, it's just really pretty around here, you guys. Like, so secluded. There's nobody here. Well, I mean, there's other campers. Is that the sound of wind or rain? Well, stay tuned. Okay, well, at least it stopped raining. we have blue skies, yay, coming. It's still a little drizzly, but you know, hey, we're roughing it. Anyway, we have our chairs set up so that we could hide from the rain under this tree. I have my boots on, and it's kind of awesome that I get to like wear pants and boots again, because otherwise it's like bloody hot when we're in Tempe. But up here, we're in a higher elevation, it's a lot nicer. You know, you got desert slash mountain. So cool. All right, well, we're off for a walkie. Okay, so because it rained pretty hard, everything is wet, and we weren't able to make a fire. I mean, we even bought some like firewood, and we're trying all this kindling like with my like napkins I had in the truck. Just a city slicker. Like if it was whoa, like this. Like if it was dry out, we would have been able to make fire like no problem, but the city slicker doesn't know how to make things when it rains. Oh my gosh. Anyway, behind me we have the moon. I don't know if I was using my flashlight like you guys can see the moon. Anyway, so there's a little fire. Not really, it's just smoking. Okay. I'm just in the middle of the woods. Well, we didn't get the fire going last night, nor this morning, because I think we got some pretty bunky wood. But also it's really damp out, and I didn't see anybody with fires going last night or even this morning. So yeah, just kind of hanging out and exploring, and it's so beautiful and quiet out here. All you hear are like the birds, and it's really nice, and hanging out with all the little lycium or whatever that likes to hang out on the rocks, you know, the green stuff. So yeah, just hanging out here in my boots. I don't know, it's really nice. And there's a lot of manzanita out here, which is like really awesome. But yeah, so slept inside the cab of the truck last night. Because it rained, the whole bed of my truck, couldn't use it to sleep in it to look at the stars, but there weren't much stars to see because all the cloud cover and the rain. But anyway, it was a lovely night. It's so beautiful here. Now I know that just an hour and a half away, I can just like come out here to Payson like anytime. So yeah, I'll see what else we get up to today. Okay, well, maybe we made fire. I don't know, I don't really see fire, but it's been smoking for like an hour, so maybe? And so many flies because this wood is like so sweet. Oh, and by the way, these guys are like red ants. Watch your bums, they'll bite them. Other fun things found on this adventure: a lobster and a baby pinecone, so those will be coming with me. Dude, we eventually made fire. We just came over and it was like on fire. Well, we just had some semi-lukewarm SpaghettiOs out of a can. That was breakfast. It was delicious. And yeah, now fire. Lastly, on Sunday, was it? Yeah, on Sunday I got my haircut finally. See, I was going to take some shears myself to my hair because I'm thinking, well, it's long enough, I could just like pull my hair over. But then I have like visions of like slanted hair and stuff like that, and I was like, maybe this wouldn't go so well. And then I was like, well, I could just watch some YouTube videos, and they make it look so easy on YouTube. We're like, oh, you just cut your hair like this and you just layer it like this, and I'm like, yeah, I see that not going so well for me. And although I do own wigs, it's a little hot to be wearing them right now because of what I may or may not do to my actual hair. So so I went to a professional, and it was actually a lady I met at an antique store. Come to find out, like, her friend does aura photography. I've been wanting to get like my aura photographed. And then I was like, oh, I was talking about, yeah, it's been like over a year and a half since I got my haircut, and I'm like really jonesing for a haircut. She's like, oh, well, I'm a hairstylist. I've been a hairstylist for 25 years. I'm like, well, let's do this then. So her name's Shannon, and she's at the Phoenix Hair Salon, not Phoenix, but like Phoenix Hair Salon in Phoenix. Yeah, so we took like just over 3 inches off my hair. It's nice and straight, it's nice and healthy looking again. So I felt like super bougie. I already have really wavy hair, but she like curled it for me, and I felt like all styled because I rarely ever have my hair down, as you can see, because we're in summertime. It's hot. I have a lot of hair, and I love my hair. Like I love having it down and everything, but it's just too hot because when it's down and it's hanging on my back, it feels like I'm wearing a fur coat on my back, and it's just 110, So my hair is just gonna be up for now. Guys, that was basically it. It was a lot of just interesting experiences and things like that, and I'm so happy that I get to share these fun experiences with you guys. So thanks for hanging in with me. And oh, by the way, I have some updates. So this week, as I'm filming this, so this actual week, I should be receiving the money from my home that I sold to my ex in San Diego. So we were both on the grant deed for the house. We're both on the mortgage. So I was selling my half to him, and then I got my half of the equity. So that's coming in, yeah, I'm just trying to figure out like where to invest it a little bit for now before, you know, I go into like looking for property. So this is going to be fun. So those of you guys who are familiar with Arizona, you either, you know, visited here, lived here, whatever, or you do live here. I've been looking for places that are in a little bit higher elevation, maybe not so high where it snows, but I definitely know that it's maybe a little too hot in the valley for me. I mean, I love all the monsoons and stuff like this, but I would like it if it's like I love the desert, but like my grandparents' house, they lived in the high desert, you know, they lived in Ridgecrest. And so I'm used to that kind of desert where it's like super hot, but we're in a high enough elevation where you have like cooler nights. And so, and every, I don't know, like 10 years or so, they'd get a little bit of snow. Like I love that elevation of the desert. And when it does rain, oh, the smell of like, it smells so good. It's like so many awesome memories. But yeah, so I'm looking for, you know, homes or just land where I could put like maybe a manufactured home on it, so we could have our hashtag burning sage, like a Terraland, you know, retreat. And yeah, so another adventure is coming. And yeah, I would like your thoughts, ideas of, you know, places maybe they're just a little bit higher elevation, but obviously still desert. Yeah, and yeah, if you guys know of like good land, or like you're like, hey, there's a bunch of homes for sale here, and I don't want to be too close to neighbors. Not that I have anything against people, but I like my space. I like that it would take me a while to walk over to my neighbor's house. Like I don't want to be able to reach out my window and be like, "Heidi ho, neighbor, I see that you're getting ready for the shower." Like, you know, I don't want to be that close, you know, but more like, oh, my neighbor, I could ride my bike over to my neighbor's house, you know, but still be within like 15 minutes of town. Like if I actually had to go to like the hospital, or I want to go out to a restaurant, and, you know, stuff like that. So, you know, next adventure, would love your thoughts. But that's it for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to click subscribe, and don't forget to click that ding 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 notification bell for more videos just like this. And if you want to catch a reading from me, head over to www.kittensweightsandtarot.com. A couple of things have changed on Etsy. For people that do tarot readings on Etsy, we have to put a tracking number, and obviously my readings are video readings, and sometimes I do like Skype readings, but since I can't like physically send you like a video through the mail, like it's literally through the internet, a way around that is I still do a video and I give you the link to it, but I have to put that it's a digital file, and so you'll automatically get a digital image that says, hey, your video is going to be like emailed to you, you know, for your reading. So just a note on changes on that. So if you're like, I want a reading, but why does it say digital file if it's a video reading, you know? So just, you know, things on that. Oh, what else? So yeah, in my Etsy shop and my website, you can also find like my room and body sprays, my salves that I make from my very own herbs from the herb garden that I used to have, my rose garden. But if you're looking for more witchy type things, then head over to Desert Cauldron. It's all one word on Etsy. Or you can check us out on Instagram, desert.cauldron, so at desert.cauldron. We sometimes do free one-card readings over there on our social media, but we have one-of-a-kind magical tools for your one-of-a-kind practice. Come dance in the desert with us. So we have some brand new things. I have some spell bottles that are there. We created some new wands, so it's a lot of handmade items, like legit one of a kind items. And some of them have been made by local artisans, and some of them are one of a kind items that we have found abroad. So yeah, definitely check it out. And yeah, that's it for me, spiritual homies. All of my other information is down below for my Leon Mystery School, my Patreon, which I do special live chats and special posts and things like that for, and channeled guidance on the weekly for all my homies over there. And I have, yeah, all kinds of stuff, my newsletter, all of that. So definitely check it out. I'll catch you guys next week. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out.